Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We're going to talk about Russia, Ukraine, the sanctions, and this absolute crazy supply chain collapse that I believe is coming in the next 6 to 8 weeks. We're going to see tons of stories in the news about people are getting up, they're waking up, the weather is going to be warmer here in about 4 weeks, and they're going to start to move around, all right? So maybe this will take 12 weeks to really materialize from now. But here in California, obviously, I mean, we have amazing weather here, so people are already starting to, they're out and about. I can see it already. The flurry of activity is starting. And I think it's going to happen all throughout the world, right? Well, here's a story out of the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to link it below. It says the Russia-Ukraine war, latest news, and it says France detains Russian cargo ship in English Channel. Now, this just looks like it was reported on a few hours ago, so maybe by the time it gets to you, this is an 8-hour-old story. And I'm trying to get you guys news as so relevant to the economy, the world's economy, as possible, so that you guys can make the best educated decisions possible. So with that being said, if you have been watching these videos and you are not subscribed, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button for me, it helps me. Every time you hit that thumbs up button, the like button, it literally pushes it out to more and more people. And guys, we want as many people prepared for this economic collapse as possible. Why? If you've ever had hope to change the world, the only way you could change the world is with money. I know that sounds crazy. People say, money can't buy happiness. Yeah, it can. It really can. Why? Because it can buy a lot of time. That is the truth. You can't get time back. So I really think that it's very important that we get this out to as many people as possible so that we can get as many people ready and prepared for this collapse. So not only can people be blessed because they're ready for it and they can take advantage of it, but also it will lessen the collapse when more people are prepared for it. Collapse only comes in huge waves because so many people are involved in it and are fearful and are running for the doors, the exits. All right, let's get back to the story, guys. So they detained this Russian cargo ship. It says France intercepted a Russian-bound cargo ship in the English Channel early Saturday on suspicion it is subject of new European Union sanctions against Russia for invading Ukraine. Now, guys, not only is the EU sanctioning Russia, the US is also, and now I've seen that Biden started issuing personal sanctions on Putin himself. Again, guys, I want to talk about sanctions. Sanctions has to do with Swift codes. Swift codes is a messaging app that was invented by the United States well back, I want to say in the 40s or 50s, and all it does is it's like texting between banks. And banks talk to each other and say, hey, Bank A, Bank B is going to give you some money, $100, it's coming to you. And Bank A is like, score, $100. And that's how they do it, right? Well, this happens for financial institutions and banks all over the world. So when we say we just sanctioned Russia, we have now just turned off their ability to use SWIFT. And we can do it nationally. We can actually just hit one bank. We could even go after individuals, okay? So it's getting worse and worse. It says they seized this 400-foot commercial vessel named the Baltic Leader. It's owned by a Russian entity, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to put this story in the video, the description below. But what I want to say is this. We already are talking about, I was talking about the supply chain crisis that's coming in the spring to summer because of the world waking up. And it's literally supply chain crisis 2.0, okay? Because it's going to be bigger than last year's, all right? But now we have war. We have a couple of countries at war right now, and we also have the possibility of, I believe, don't trade on this, not financial advice and whatever. I believe that you're going to see China move into Taiwan. I do. And there would probably be never a better time to do it than now. From a geopolitical standpoint, because there's, it's one thing for countries to try and, deal with one country, two countries battling. Now you have 4 countries battling and they're in completely different parts of the world. That splits up your militaries, guys. And it's a big deal, especially when you're dealing with China and Russia, 2 of the largest superpowers on Earth. All right. So you literally have the EU and US now against China and Russia. Man, you want to talk about a big bear fight. That's gnarly. So my point being is that I believe there are lots of things that people take for granted that are made in Russia, that Russia has been supplying. One primarily being the natural gas and oil that they provide, right? Other countries, and we're already seeing Europe plunging into an energy crisis that's been going on for well over a year now. But well, about a year now. But now it's even exacerbated because of the fact that Germany decided to go, oh, we're going to show you. We're not going to certify Nord Stream, the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and now it's going to make it much worse. And hopefully the people are waking up to what's going on here, all right? America's got its own issues. We decided, hey, Who needs energy independence? Let's just go buy energy, and let's put Saudi Arabia and OPEC back in the control seat of pricing. Score. Good job. You know what I want to say right now. Point being is this, guys, things are going to get worse. It's not FUD, it's the truth. If you have a problem with the truth, this is definitely not the channel for you. You should go somewhere where there's really cute videos of cats. They're so cute. Or little otters. I do like otters. I'm a big fan. Point being is this, things are going to get worse. It's not the time to go crazy with money. This is the time to save. This is the time to invest. And when you're investing, get ready because there's a lot of bubbles right now. We got bubble here. We got a bubble here. Hopefully I'm not like blowing up your mics, guys. Point being is that understand the ones that are the bubbles and understand the ones that are not, okay? I think that's very important. Now, I have to say this, I don't want to be a broken record, but people ask all the time, well, what should I do? Because this is the first time they might have seen the Economic Ninja. And if it is the first time, hit the subscribe button. I think, honestly, I'm not joking. I want to bring practical wisdom to you guys, to the world. I want to build up the largest army of prepared people. I want to see 1 million people make $1 million. And I believe it's totally possible because right now we have volatility. So to answer that question of what do? Wealthy people are buying physical precious metals, gold and silver. There's also people buying cryptocurrencies, good cryptocurrency projects like Bitcoin, XRP. I know they're completely different, opposite ends of the spectrum, but they both have a purpose, different purposes. There are people that are paying off their homes, getting out of debt, choosing to sell their car. Literally, think about this. Greatest opportunity in history. You could literally sell your car that you owe money on right now, pay off the loan, and probably pocket money. I know people that have just done it. And I don't think that has ever happened in history. So you want to say there's opportunities is an understatement. I have a friend that was driving he had a truck. And I'm just going to throw out some numbers. I think he paid $55,000 for this truck. Beautiful Chevy truck, 2019, something like that. He'd been paying down on the loan. I don't know how much he owed. But he essentially sold it for, I want to say, $60,000, something like that. And he got not only the profit over what he paid for it, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000, but also all of his money back that he had in equity in the truck. This has never happened before. But he said, hey, look, times are tough. I'd rather take the money. And he decided to buy physical precious metals and some other investments with it. And he says, I can go buy a beater car right now and just get by. I don't need this fancy truck. And he went and did it and he crushed it. But if the supply chain issues wouldn't be happening, he wouldn't have that opportunity to do that, okay? So many people come to me and they go, you don't get it. I'm different. I don't have opportunities. And I go, look at what they drive. I look at what kind of coffee they're drinking. I know you guys know. I drink my $1 McDonald's coffee because every time I don't go out and buy some Starbucks or whatever they call that stuff, which I can't even, it's like burnt coffee. Hey, can you give me a cup of burnt coffee and charge me an arm and a leg for it? They go, yes, sir. And they do it really well too. My point being is this. Every time I don't do that, I can afford a silver quarter, something of real wealth, something that only 1% of human beings actually physically have in their hand anyway. So you want to be part of the elite, change up the coffee, buy a silver quarter. That's financial advice. Only that part, nothing else. Just change your coffee, save the money, buy a silver quarter. You're going to thank me because that coffee tastes like crap. Now I get it. I know. McDonald's coffee's got a bunch of toxic chemicals. I'm going to hear that too in the comment section. But it's okay because it tastes great. I like it. Or how about this? Just drink some water. And now you buy yourself a quarter and you got a buck. You got a buck, you're in luck. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like button. And thank you to Ninja Nation for absolutely going out there and crushing it every day. That being said, the Economic Ninja is out.